guys, welcome to our channel. In today's video, we are going to see how to solve the transportation problem by using least cost method. If you find this video useful, don't forget to like it, share it with your friends and subscribe to our channel. Least cost method is also called as matrix minima method. Now let us see how to solve this sum. Here we have a transportation problem with 4 destinations and 3 supplies. As we all know, the first step to solve the transportation problem is to check whether it is balanced or not. So how to check whether it is balanced or not? So first thing, let us find out the total supply. So what is total supply is 7 plus 9 plus 18, which is equal to 34. And total demand is 5 plus 8 plus 7 plus 14, which is also equal to 34. As the total supply and the total demand are equal, it is a balanced transportation problem. Now let us solve this transportation problem. Now as the name suggests, it is least cost method. So whichever cell among this, without including the supply and demand, which is of least cost or the least value, we are going to start the allocation from that cell. Now as you can see, from this the least value is 8. So we are going to start the allocation from this cell 8. So for this cell 8, we can either allocate this 8 demand or 18 as supply, which is the corresponding row and column value. Among this 8 and 18, the smaller number is 8. So we are going to allocate 8. So now let us allocate 8 over here. After making an allocation, we are going to subtract this 8 from both the sides. So 8 minus 8 will be 0 and 18 minus 8 will be 10. Now whichever row or whichever column becomes 0, we are going to eliminate it. Here this column of D2 has become 0. So let us eliminate it. Now after eliminating it, now we have the options of 19, 70, 40, 50, 10, 40, 60, 70, 20. Whichever is of the least value, we are going to make an allocation over there. So here among these values, 10 is the smaller value. So for this 10, we are going to make an allocation. So we are going to check its corresponding row and corresponding column value. Whichever is the smaller number, we are going to allocate it. So 7 is the smaller among 7 and 14. So we will allocate 7 over here. After making an allocation, we are going to subtract 7 from both the sides. So 0 and 14 minus 7 will be 7. Now this row has become 0. So we are going to eliminate it. We don't want it. Now next we have this value is left. Among these values, 20 is the smaller value. So we are going to allocate 20. 7 as 7 and 10, 7 is the smaller number. So 7 is allocated. 7 minus 7 will be 0. 10 minus 7 will be 3. Now this column has become 0. So we are going to eliminate it. Next, now we are left with 4 values. Here I have taken this sum as there will be an ambiguity between two same numbers. So in this case, you can allocate any cell randomly. So now here I am allocating this 40. So I have two options, 7 and 9. Out of 7 and 9, 7 is the smaller number. I will allocate 7. 7 minus 7 will be 0. 9 minus 7 will be 2. Now here this column has become 0. So I am going to eliminate it. Next, now I am left with only these two values. So 40 is the smaller value. So I am going to allocate 40. So 40 will be allocated with 3, as 3 is the smaller number among 3 and 5. So 3 minus 3 will be 0 and 5 minus 3 will be 2. So now this row has become 0. So I am going to eliminate it. As we all know, now only one cell is left, and as I told in the previous video, for this last cell we need to have the demand and supply value same. Here we have 2 which is same, so we are going to allocate it. 2 minus 2 will be 0. Here also it will be 0, and we are going to eliminate the row as well as column. Now we are done solving this transportation problem. The next step is we have to find out the total transportation cost. So how to find out the total transportation cost? We are going to see the allocated values and multiply it with the cell values. So total transportation cost will be 10 into 7 plus, now here this cell has 70 into 2. So 70 into 2 plus 40 into 7 plus 40 into 3 plus 8 into 8 plus 20 into 7. Now let us calculate this value. So after solving this we get the answer as 814. So 814 is the transportation cost. If you have seen the previous video of northwest corner method, we had the same sum, but the answer was, using northwest corner method, the answer was 1015, and using the least cost method the answer is 814. That means the least cost method is more optimized method and more useful than the northwest corner method, as the aim in the transportation problem is to minimize the transportation cost, which is done using the least cost method, and it is more optimized than the northwest corner method. Next step is we have to check whether it is a non-degenerate or a degenerate solution. So now here number of allocations are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6 number of allocation. M plus n minus 1 means number of destination plus number of sources. So here we have 4 destinations plus 3 sources minus 1, which is equal to 6. As the number of allocation is equal to m plus n minus 1, here we get a non-degenerate solution. If the number of allocation is less than m plus n minus 1, we get a degenerate solution. In this way, you can solve it for your exams. If you found this video useful, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Thank you.